It's flannelgraph time. It's flannelgraph time. Bible stories with Denise and the pastors, and it's flannelgraph time. Yeah!
Hey kids, welcome back to Flannelgraph Bible Story Time. Do you remember where we left off on the story of Moses? Moses and his brother Aaron had asked Pharaoh twice to let God's people, the Israelites, go. Even after the water turning to blood and the plague of frogs, Pharaoh still wouldn't listen. So we're going to see today what plagues happen next. Are you ready? Let's get our hands up because we've got to count down every week. We're going to start with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Lord said to Moses and Aaron,
"Stretch out your staff and strike the dust of the ground, and throughout the land of Egypt the dust will become gnats."
They did this, and gnats came. Gnats are really tiny flies. Does your house have gnats right now? The gnats came and got on the people and animals. All the dust throughout the land of Egypt became gnats. The gnats were everywhere. Pharaoh called his magicians to try and do the same thing.
Okay, guys, make me some gnats like Moses and Aaron did.
Okay, gnats,
Yeah,
huh?
gnats.
Yeah, well,
We can do that.
we can get you some gnats.
Yeah.
Let's make some gnats.
But when Pharaoh's magicians tried to make gnats with their tricks, they could not do it.
Here you go.
Here it is.
Look at these gnats.
This is your gnats.
This is just a large gnat.
There you go.
Pharaoh was so mad.
This is not a gnat. You magicians are just the worst.
Since the gnats were on people and animals everywhere, the magicians said to Pharaoh,
This must have been done by the finger of God.
but Pharaoh's heart was still hard, and he would not listen. Then the Lord said to Moses and Aaron,
Get up early in the morning and talk to Pharaoh as he goes to the river and say to him, This is what the Lord says, let my people go so that they may worship me. If you do not let my people go, I will send swarms of bigger flies on you and your officials, and on your people and into your houses. The houses of the Egyptians will be full of flies. Even the ground will be covered with them. But on that day I will not send flies where my Israelites are staying.
And the Lord did this. Huge swarms of flies poured into Pharaoh's palace and into the houses of his officials. And throughout Egypt, the land was ruined by the flies. Then Pharaoh went to Moses and Aaron and said,
Go, pray to your God here in the land of Egypt so the flies go away.
But Moses said,
We need to go pray in the wilderness, away from Egypt.
Pharaoh said,
If you ask God to remove the flies, I will let you leave Egypt.
Moses said,
You better not be lying again like last time.
This time I'm telling the truth.
Pharaoh said. Then Moses left Pharaoh and prayed to the Lord. And the Lord did what Moses asked. The flies left Pharaoh and his officials and his people. Not a fly remained. But Pharaoh also lied again and hardened his heart and would not let the people go. God continued to send other plagues on Pharaoh and Egypt. But Pharaoh kept hardening his heart and would not let the Israelites go. God sent a plague on all the farm animals in Egypt. All of their animals got very sick. But the animals that belonged to the Israelites didn't get sick. But Pharaoh still wouldn't listen. God then told Moses to throw dirt in the air. And the dirt became the plague of boils. Boils are sores that get on your skin. Have you ever had a sore on your skin? The boils covered Pharaoh's magicians.
These sores hurt.
Ow.
Help us.
Ow,
Ow,
my
Pharaoh. I got a
skin. It
boo-boo.
hurts.
Kiss my boo-boo, Pharaoh.
The boils also covered the other Egyptians, but Pharaoh still wouldn't listen. God had Moses raise his staff and then sent hail, big pieces of ice, falling on the land of Egypt. This ice wasn't like snow. This ice could hurt.
Ouch.
Ow.
Hey,
Ow.
that got me on the head.
Ooh.
Ah!
Ow.
Look out. More ice.
Ow.
But Pharaoh still wouldn't listen. God then sent plagues of locusts. Locusts are flying insects that eat plants. They ate up all of their farm crops in Egypt. But Pharaoh still wouldn't listen. Then the Lord sent the 8th plague. He caused there to be darkness on the whole land. The darkness lasted 3 whole days. The darkness stayed during the day. Can you imagine that? It looked like nighttime during the day for 3 days. But Pharaoh still wouldn't listen.
Moses, I never want to see you again.
Yelled Pharaoh in the dark.
Fine. I'll stop coming to you.
God would need to send one final plague to change Pharaoh's heart. Hey, someone turn on the lights in here. Thank you. So that was our story for today. Pharaoh was having a hard time learning to listen to God. Do you ever have a hard time learning and understanding things? Maybe with school, it's hard to understand and learn math. Or when your parents are teaching you something, it might be hard to learn, like loading the dishwasher or learning to tie your shoes. Or maybe learning to ride your bike, because that takes a long time to learn. How do you act when you have a hard time understanding or learning something? Do you get mad and frustrated like Pharaoh? The Bible tells us to be patient when we're having a hard time learning. Proverbs 14:29 says, "Anyone who has patience will have great understanding, but anyone who gets angry quickly will show how foolish they are." I want to be patient like God and not angry like Pharaoh. Don't you? So let's end this week with trying to learn how to be more patient like God. Have a great week, and we will see you back again on Flannel Graph Bible Story Time. Have a good day.
It's flannel graph time. It's flannel graph time. Bible stories with Denise and the pastors, and it's flannel graph time. Yeah!
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, for your listening enjoyment, the Nile Choir.
When Moses was in Egypt land.
Moo moo. Ribbit ribbit.
Go